it came to the time that the administration of the ministry is under people with a personality, let me say, that is parental. So they decided to handle it with that attitude, a parental attitude, maybe to cool down the cares of the people. You see, when you have a challenge in a family, usually a big challenge that is affecting every member of the family brings you more closer. And when it brings you more closer, there's that tendency of using the family ties to build resilience to go through a challenge that you are facing as a family.
Absolutely.
So perhaps this is why I think the minister has decided to take this approach. And also given the fact of the age, and looks at the generation that they are preparing or they are taking care of are the children, and therefore the need, I think, to use that approach. Somehow it could soothe and people's fears and create confidence in the way they are running things, because you always trust your parents, and also build resilience and give people confidence to trust in the minister that they are really guiding us in the right direction.
Okay. So, our viewers, you know, what is very important, Doctor, is that people are complaining that our education system may be its end. And we are seeing Bugema University not even struggling. Maybe you had plan B before the pandemic came. Because a lot of institutions are suffering. How did Bugema manage to go through this pandemic up to now? People are not complaining. A lot of institutions are closed. Its workers are being suspended. How does Bugema survive? How did Bugema, I'm trying to ask myself, how have you managed to go through the welfare of the staff at this moment? And when you find the place still clean? Most of the institutions are closed.
Well, usually what determines the character or strength of an individual, and in this case an institution, is the way you face the challenges. Challenges of pandemic came to all of us as something that is unexpected. But then COVID has taught us to make decisions that are very quick to make sure that we survive.
Okay.
So in this case, when it came to Bugema University, we decided that no, we have to go through this together as a family. And therefore we said we are not going to cut off anybody in terms of employment. The little resources that are available, we are going to share it together. So we said, okay, what do? We said, now let's sit together and see what is there. We are going to share half. We are not going to be able to pay you all the allowances you have been getting, but now of the basic we shall give you at least half of your salary to stipend. It's a stipend for survival. And we agreed on that, and all the workers agreed on that. They continued working, of course, in the reduced way because of the pandemic, but at the same time supported the institution. And now, because we already had been exposed to the technology of e-learning, of course, personally, I'm one of the people who is very, very supportive of this kind of technology, because I did my PhD and my research problem was basically on seeing how do we try the e-resources to teach courses to learners. Does it make a difference in terms of attitude, in terms of performance, and all that? So basically, I realized that of course attitude will start negatively, but they can keep on improving positively. Performance will be the same. It will be the same. So we said, no, we are going for this. So we decided to look for the resources that were available and invest in online programs. This is what we did because we needed the equipment, so we had to buy virtual equipment that will help us to make a virtual labs and to be able to instruct our students from a distance.
Okay.
So, and now we started training the teachers and the students to adapt. Of course, it has not been an easy thing, but somehow we are moving on. It's a progressive process. We started the other time around this time, August, September. People registered for the first semester of last year, and we managed to go through the entire semester, and we did the exams.
Okay.
So the good thing that we are supported by the National Council for Education.
Okay.
We wrote a proposal to accept our system, and they really accredited our system of online learning. So currently we are using that.
Okay. Now, do you want to let us know that Bugema University as an institution, that you have what we call the infrastructure of e-learning?
Yeah, we have.
The university is self-contained at the moment?
At the moment, we have built virtual labs, and we are continuing building more to make sure that we can be able to address the needs of our lecturers and our students. And we have been progressive because the entire academic year, including the summer, we are right now finalizing the last assignments for the summer session.
How can someone outside Bugema, from Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, nation, know that we still have Bugema University has got e-learning?
Yeah, you see, by the time the pandemic came on, we already have a student membership coming from about 25 countries.
Okay. Oh, Bugema has got 25 countries.
Yeah, being represented on this campus.
Wow.
So right now, even though some are still around, some went back home, but they've been studying from home.
Oh.
People have been studying from South Africa, from Zambia, from Botswana, from Liberia, from Nigeria, Kenya, Rwanda, all the countries of which we have students. Okay. So they continue to study online. And we also continue to reach out to them. So that's why we say we are still touching the continent and the rest of the world, because we have students even from the Philippines, outside Africa, and so we are continuing to serve the entire globe. And the online learning has made it very convenient for most of them, because they don't have to travel. They don't have to go through the hassle of coming to look, get accommodation around or ABCD. From the comfort of their homes, they are studying with us. At the moment, we have 6 schools.
Okay. One.
We have the School of Graduate Studies. We have the School of Education. We have the School of Natural Sciences. We have the School of Theology and Religious Studies. The School of Health Sciences, Social Science, and then we have the School of Informatics and Technology.
Doctor, which kind of school would you encourage a parent to recommend his or her son to be studying at Bugema University?
Well, depending on the interest of the learner, of course.
Yes.
But all of the schools have been prepared, organized to make sure that we meet the needs of the learners as per their interest. So, depending on the interest of the child, let that child come and get what he needs from this university.
Okay.
Yeah, the PTH are allowed to register online. So we are preparing them.
Okay. So I don't know, the person has not put their names, but it's fine. You can also still apply online.
Yeah.
And then someone has said, how to access the e-learning system. Can I also apply online?
Once you have been admitted into this university and you have paid your fees, the system will allow you to access the learning management system.
Okay.
Because they will allocate you the courses And then the teachers will open up those courses for you and starting accessing the resources there, and also the virtual classes that will be are organized by the teacher.
How can somebody, or before I'm there, that Bugema University, does it also allow students who are not Adventists to join Bugema University? You all welcome people who are Adventists.
The mission that established this university was to go to the people. And now our main theme is that go. So we are going out to everybody. We are not discriminative. We are meant to go and serve all God's people. So there is no discrimination in this university, and it was made and established for everybody, regardless of any racial or religious difference. No, that's not there.
Okay, still a student here is saying the tuition fees has remained the same, but the function fees have increased. Why?
The functional fees have
they are not here.
They have not increased. Yeah, so that person should come up with the specifics and say this particular aspect has been increased.
Yes, I read his name is called the Sempewa Daniel. I don't know which school where he's going.
Yes.
But he said the function fees are not increased.
Sempewa should address his issue to the business office, and we shall see how to help him. But actually, there have been no increase at all in the fees.
Okay, that's very much fine. Doctor, you still believe that Bugema University, amidst, because our site of concentration, we are looking at the COVID-19 issue. And I believe Bugema University, you do research.
Yes.
How do you conduct your research in this pandemic of COVID-19, especially from undergraduate school at master's level? Secondly, do you also defend research in COVID-19? How do you do it if you are doing that?
Yes, we do. Actually, what you need to realize that things can be done virtually. What the pandemic has taught us that, yes, even in the new norm, things can be done. But they cannot be done the same way that we used to do them.
Okay.
For instance, research now, if you are to do research and you don't have to move to the people, you need to look for research that can enable you to use virtual means to reach out to the people. We are teaching people to use Google Forms, for instance, to make survey, monkey survey. Those are all tools that were created for us to do research. So we are utilizing such research. But there are also researches where you have to go to databases, established databases, and you look for the data to help you to make your analysis. So research is still going on. And now, regarding the defense of a proposal, surely with Zoom, with Google Meet, with all the virtual tools we have now got used to knowing that I can talk to you virtually and want to make a difference. Well, I want to make a difference. I'll ask you a question, you respond.
Okay.
You make a presentation, every one of your committee members will be able to see it on your screen because you share the screen. And they'll be able to advise, no, here you have made a mistake, here you should do this, you should do like this. So therefore, we can do research, defense, even virtually. And this has been going on, both undergraduate and graduate.